This week I'll talk about LinkedIn, video conferencing, local SEO, and human interaction. And this is Trends on Thursdays, where I tell you about the trends I discussed with my clients this week. First up, LinkedIn. I just talked to someone a few days ago that told me he hasn't been on LinkedIn in like 2 years, even though he's in the B2B space. LinkedIn is responsible for 80% of B2B leads from social media, and 97% of B2B marketers use LinkedIn as a distribution channel for their content. Look, they have over 300 million active monthly users, of which 120 million visit daily. It very much makes sense to take a look at LinkedIn. Even if you're not in B2B, you have to figure out if there is some advantage of being on LinkedIn anyways. I've seen some of our clients build their referral network by putting out content aimed at colleagues and vendors. If you're a lawyer or a doctor with a specialization that gets referrals from general practitioners or colleagues, or even vendors for that matter, why not connect with them on LinkedIn? The thing that I've learned by now is that as long as you provide value in the process, people don't mind you showing up on their timeline, and once you make it known what you're good at, they refer you those things. Next up, video conferencing. Zoom, Google, Hangouts, whatever your choice happens to be, video conferencing is here to stay. Every once in a while, I still encounter someone in a video call that tells me that they don't do video. And I have to say, it trips me up every single time. It's like calling someone and they tell you, I don't do phone calls. Like, what? It's essential that you figure out how to look decent and presentable on video. What your background needs to look like and how to light yourself just right. The same way you learned how to tie a tie or put on a suit before you had your first important business meeting. No excuses. Let me put it in perspective for you. The biggest tech winners in this pandemic are telemedicine, electronic signatures, and web conferencing. All up over 500%. But that's just the beginning. If you're not at least thinking through how to incorporate webinars, live chat, and even your own app into your business and marketing strategy right now, you might end up being left behind. Next, local SEO. Google My Business is sort of the poster child of where to get started with local SEO because it drives so much traffic. But it's just one of hundreds of sites where your business could get listed. The thing they all have in common is that they give your website authority when Google sees all those links coming in. The standard to get listed varies, of course. Generally for Google My Business, you need permanent signage, a separate entrance, and dedicated staff present, by the way. Whichever sites you get listed on, you definitely want to make sure to be consistent with name, address, and phone number. Otherwise, Google thinks you don't have your shit together, and, well, to be honest, they're probably right. Once you're listed, you want to keep an eye on all those listings or have someone do it for you. For our local SEO clients, we tend to add several links every month and monitor them as well to make sure nobody changes anything while we're not looking. Most directories at least partially crowdsource their information, meaning people will submit all kinds of stuff like opening hours, etc., when they think it's listed wrong. Let me tell you, what's being submitted isn't always correct. We see dozens of wrong hours, websites, and phone numbers being submitted every week, and you need to decline the change before it gets listed wrong. One more, human interaction. In light of social distancing, brands are trying to figure out how to react and are cutting down on images that show human interaction. Pattern 89 analyzed over 1,100 brands and advertisers on Facebook and Instagram and found that 27% less images and videos showed people shaking hands or hugging. Images of people washing hands or water splashing, anything that says clean, are up 6 times the normal rate. Marketing reflects what people want to see, and shaking hands isn't a thing right now. Matter of fact, someone trying to shake your hand is probably going to make you jump backwards. But they also miss human interaction. So if there's ever been a time you put a human face on your marketing and possibly break the fourth wall, now is it. Talk directly to your consumers because they need to hear from you, not necessarily your response to COVID-19. Even a picture of your staff or you working from home can go a long way to inspire the confidence that you will still be there in the coming weeks and months, and therefore hiring you is a smart decision. Anyways, that's it for this week's Trends on Thursdays. Until next week, I'm Tobias Wilhelm.